No one cares. Joking. Okay. Welcome, everyone, to Analytics Are For the Nerds, a comedy dynasty football podcast, which means nothing because it's March. So let's go.
Pick it up. You see the drippy, I'm fitted up. Hop in my car and the giddy up. Secure the bag, yeah, I get the bus. Pick it up.
Once again, gentlemen, I'm sorry about losing your boner. So sorry.
Very clear 101 in this biggest foot in the mouth draft. And the 101 is very clearly Rex Ryan, because that guy has definitely put some feet in the mouth. 100%. Guy loves feet, his white feet.
Big feet.
Lots of feet in
Little
the mouth,
feet.
I'm sure.
So many feet.
I gotta tell you, I am, you know this about me, I've been around for 20 years, you know I'm like 15 years late to a trend, but I'm also like 10 years before the next trend. I could rock out a visor, I think I could rock it every day, and not for a long time, because eventually that trend will spill again, but I think tomorrow I can go out and people are like, he's rocking it, he's doing it right. He's doing it.
Hair and the double mustache and that is fucking gross. So welcome.
I do want to be clear though that I have earned one, and Lou is depressed. There's a big difference. Lou is still trying to convince 16-year-olds he's cool, and they keep telling him they don't want weed from him. They can get it from anywhere.
So good. Louie, welcome back. Ryan, it's so great to see you again. How's everyone doing today?
Right.
Great.
Hello?
I'm great. Yes.
Are we doing this again?
I have a functional laptop tonight with working Wi-Fi. There's not going to be any lag. I am ready to talk about round 11 through 20 favorite picks that we didn't get to last week. I mean, what a great show we have for you all tonight.
We had so much on our docket last week. We were like, let's talk about all football all day. And then we were like, oh, wait, it takes hours to talk about 100 players. So, so we're going to talk about 11 to 20 today. But great last week. Louie, we missed you last week. Anything crazy happen? Anything?
I was, this is crazy to even try to, I was actually in the front row of a Jordan Jensen comedy show with my ex-wife, so it was her birthday and she really likes Jordan Jensen. So I said, all right, I'm going to bring you to a Jordan Jensen show. And then Sean, our friend, the manager of the comedy club, we were sitting in the back, and he goes, "Don't you guys want to sit in the front?" I go, "I think we're back here." And I looked, and Nikki, my ex, goes, "Wait, you want me to sit in the front row with my ex-husband and maybe go on to Reels?" She's like, "Absolutely, let's go." So we 100% got sat in front. Jordan realized who I was pretty quickly because we know each other a little bit. So she did not mess with us, thankfully. But great show. I was actually, every time I went to the bathroom, I would tune in to you guys and see what was going on. I was missing you guys from afar. But yeah, that's why I had to miss. I apologize.
We're only an hour show. I mean, how many bathroom breaks did you take?
I was going to say that. What a terrible prostate you have, you weirdo.
I was trying to avoid crowd work. Is what I did not want that at all.
I get it. That's amazing. We love Sean over at Helium Comedy Club. Also, what a monster for sticking you in the front row. Okay. I love that guy. I love that he just wants to stick it to you. Amazing. You missed a great show. We had Stacy on last week, and Stacy is wildly knowledgeable. So 2 attorneys and me on. That's why we couldn't get through half the things we needed to, because everyone loved to speak up. So that was great though. So, but we missed.
I do think I texted you at one point about something, and you were like, "Yeah, I don't care." Like, it was just, I was like, "Oh, remember I told you," and you were like, "Yeah, I'm running a show right now. Stop talking to me." And I was like, "Oh, okay, bye."
Yeah,
it was great. I watched it as soon as I got home. It was really good. I missed it. I was having serious FOMO.
Oh, okay. Well, we're going. But happy birthday to Nikki. She's very fun, and if I'm sure she's watching, right? Yeah, she's fun, good personality, and also says a lot about how cool you two are, that you can still laugh and like hang out and attempt to get embarrassed at a comedy show. Oh, you monster! But I love it. But so okay, so here's a couple things. So everything and nothing. The last time we did this 2 weeks ago when you were on, I probably brought up some really sad stories. Like, did you hear that New York Jets guy killed his girlfriend and asked ChatGPT? And I was like, oh my gosh, what is wrong? Let's change the attitude. So what I'm going to do is, since this is when I take over, because I would like to not talk about football because it's finally we get to chill a little bit, but I want to kind of get your hot takes on some things that are going on now for us ladies, because you're the two gentlemen, and anyone can add in on this the podcast. But one is today is 9 months until Christmas, so ew, Mary. Also gross. So Ryan and I were talking. We both are shoppers, right, Ryan? Ryan loves a good Sephora sale like I do, and it's a season to buy scents. So I've purchased some scents. So I want to kind of ask you guys. There's some new trends in perfumes, and I want to know what's your take. If that's a hot girl smell or woman smell. I'm well over the age of everything. So the new scents that are out right now is like a cherry smell. Is that a good scent for you guys? Do guys find that to be attractive, or are you like, ew, why Dairy Queen?
I mean, I feel like if it's like a car air freshener, yes, I'm in for that. Cherry flavored soda, like cherry flavored Dr. Pepper, yes, I'm in for that. So maybe I'm just a yes all around on cherry flavored things. So maybe yeah, I think I'm in on it. Why not?
That's one of the top scented notes in perfume. So that's good to know. So you might like the scents of women this summer. Okay, Lou, what's your cherry scent? You like it?
I let Ryan go first because I do have some really strong hot takes here. I don't. You guys are doing too much. I don't want to smell. It's too. It's every time you walk by, it's like a to Ryan's point. Like, I got hit in the head with new car smell. It's too much. The perfume is not needed. Your natural smell is fine. Wear some deodorant, and we could all be fine. What is up with the and then no one knows how to just do one spray. Do the one and then step into it.
Oh, you're not supposed to do it. That's actually that's not how perfume works. So you're actually missing all of it. That's really wrong. Also, natural smell is like onion. So then when you put deodorant on, and you're like, oh,
maybe yours is. That's a you problem. That's a you thing.
Oh, but natural, then you're like, you smell like naturally clean linen. I don't. I don't think I'm like a smelly person. But
you just said natural smells onion, so you're smelling.
Is that what BO smells like? Body odor? I don't know.
But don't just wear deodorant. I think we're going to, and this is a men thing too. I'm not just throwing women on the bus. We are going too hard with the sprays of they just give me just no deodorant that doesn't smell, and you're fine. We don't need all this, and we're going too much.
Guys, if you want to know what I think is the sexiest smell on a man is sunscreen. There is something about sunscreen, it's like the hottest scent. So no, I'm a scent person. If someone smell like nothing, because like sometimes guys smell like dirty hair and you're like, ugh, and that's their natural scent. So no, put a cologne on. Don't listen to Louis. So I guess I'll talk to Ryan.
No, you put on a little extra Old Spice to remind them of their stepdads, and that's it. That's all that you got to do. Just a little bit extra reminds them, it brings them right back to nostalgia.
Yeah. Look for pea stain on their khakis, ladies. Oh, that's not good. So I love a good vanilla scent. There's another top that people are liking is coconut. There's like a cupcake scent now, like very sweet. Strawberry, Burberry just came out with the new scent, Burberry for her. That's strawberry. Is that too sweet for you, Ryan? Because Louis, I think Louis just wants to smell Barbasol on a woman's leg.
No, I think Louis' biggest complaint, from what I'm hearing, is just the amount of cologne or perfume that's being used.
That
And
is.
I agree that like you can overuse it for sure, but if it's like done properly, right? Like I do think that it can be fine. So yeah, strawberry. What's the difference between strawberry and cherry as far as like what would be sweeter? I mean, I wouldn't even know what's the difference. Like I don't know. Cupcake sounds very sweet. I'll say that.
I also have this great fig. I know I'm in this gourmand era. Wow, you guys don't care. But there is a difference. And the next time I see, are you going to the Sabres game on Tuesday? I'll make sure to spritz, and you can. There is a difference. There is a difference. This is when ask your lady friends, because there is a difference. But all right, I guess we're going to talk a bit about. We're moving on to sport. We've never had this much interaction ever. But anyway. I don't know if men, you like colognes. Again, don't listen to Louis. Wear cologne. It smells good. It's like there's love languages. One is that you don't look like a scumbag and you smell nice. That's my love language. And then you read a book.
As you tell the guy wearing a sweatsuit that doesn't want to wear cologne. Yeah, I got you.
I feel like you smell like baking soda. Which, by the way, I don't kink shame. Okay, so now we're gonna talk a little bit about some stuff. Did you guys see the Puka? I know this is a Puka podcast. Did you see the Puka awful news, Ryan? I know you're a Puka guy.
Yeah, I thought like it was a parody headline at first, like just the circumstances of what it was described, and then I heard, or I think it was on ADP Chasing, they were talking about this, and that he doesn't deny that there was a bite, but that it's like horseplay or something, which I also don't think is like really excusable. I don't know. It's just really not. It's just not. Yeah, it's not.
So here's the headline. So if anyone's not sure what we're talking about, a woman files for restraining order after Ram star Puka Nacua allegedly bit her and said, "F all the Jews." Now, just a reminder, raised Catholic, Jewish blood. So I can basically talk about this now. But Ryan, please go ahead and continue with your disdain for Puka now. Go on.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. He's not really made a lot of like good decisions in the public light lately. I mean, and it's been the last 2 years now, things that have come out, and it's just not really good. So I don't know. I feel like he needs to step away and kind of, hide away for a little bit and not be so much in the public light. But he's kind of this is, I think, who he is.
So I don't want to be the guy that's always got to defend the asshole, and I'm not going to defend certain things. As someone who has a newly founded, not even newly anymore, the Jewish friend, and you and other people, that I have a ponytail. That's not nice.
Weird.
No one's justifying the F all the Jews thing. That's not cool. Like, I'm not even gonna even make a joke or even try. What is that? That's just craziness.
Yes.
Now, the biting.
Palestine, just for the record.
The biting thing.
Yeah.
We may not have all. I have been in a room where someone has been okay with a little biting. Now, I didn't go and scream right after that I hate Jewish people, and maybe that made the instance worse. And she was like, "Oh, and you bit me, you racist." But I just don't want to just assume that the biting wasn't a playful, maybe sexual thing. No,
I don't kink shame. I wear your ponytails. There is something to me very awful about. I don't care what anyone does behind closed doors. Do your own thing. I think there is something. He is now there's a lot of pressure of him as a player, as a leading person, and it looks clearly like something's off. And
something's definitely off.
And I think once you're, the anti-Semitism, again, I'm going to say allegedly, because I hope that no one thinks this way. It's really upsetting. It's disturbing. And, I'm so disappointed. I don't think he should lose his job over this kind of stuff, but it's, to me, there's something going on, and I'm going to call it now. If I was a betting person, this is a fantasy football podcast. He's going to check himself into something or something. He's going to take time away to
something like that. Yeah.
It's just so awful to.
This is like the second incident with like anti-Semitism. Like if there was something just a couple months ago.
The Aiden Ross thing. Yep.
Yeah. So like, this is definitely some, like you said, mental illness or something going on that like or just youth. I mean, I'm not to justify it, but he could just be a young, dumb kid but I mean, he got backlash about this 3 months ago. And maybe this other incidents we're just hearing about happened around the same time before he got in trouble for this, whatever. There's zero justification about that. Just like jokes aside, the only thing I'm saying is I don't think he was like, Jews suck, let me zombie bite you. Like, I don't think it was that. I think the bite thing is another thing. But there's no excuse for like, and it's like you said, it's 2 times in 3 months. Like,
awful.
He's making a lot of bad decisions.
I do wonder if the league like suspends under the personal conduct policy now, like given that it's a second offense involving speech, like it's hate speech. So
yeah,
I mean, I think a 1 to 3 game suspension, I don't know. I wouldn't be shocked is all I'm saying. That's it.
I've said this numerous times on this podcast. I've altered my ways of drafting the offseason when these guys have gotten in trouble, and then nothing ever happens. And I am just 100% done with believing the NFL is ever going to do the right thing as far as suspensions and holding people accountable. I'm done. Like, it just doesn't happen.
It does. Rice is going to serve a suspension this year. There's no question.
I hope, but we don't know that.
Well, also remember that Robert Kraft is very influential in the NFL, and he does the standing up for against Jewish hate campaign, which is massive across the NFL. So I think if he's going to say anything, I believe that he's going to work his magic and make something happen. So if I was going to be a betting person, which this is literally what we do on this podcast, I would say he's going to be suspended or something's going to happen, early season, because free speech is very important, but hate speech is unacceptable.
Yeah.
Look at me being Ryan, was that a good attorney statement? Was that something?
Yes, I approve.
I'm with you. I'm 100%. As we have been a Puka, I think it's time to stop calling this a Puka podcast until Puka gets his shit together, because it's not a good look.
Now something kind of fun. So we are going to talk a little bit about NCAA basketball is on, which is so fun to watch. The St. John's game, if anyone saw that, wow, exciting. But NBA superstar Tim Duncan, his older brother Scott is the director of photography for Survivor, which is a pretty cool fact. Very different things. I saw a picture of him. He looks like the younger brother who would never be able to play basketball. And he, which is kind of cool. So that's a fun fact that will go nowhere in your life, but now you have it in your brain. And then I've got some weird facts that I thought were kind of interesting. If you want to hear, you want sad facts?
I mean, you just went anti-Semitism. Yeah, let's go more sad.
Okay,
let's do that.
I told the guys about some medical stuff I have going on. And they're like, and I'm like, now we're going to go into sad facts. Forget everything and nothing. Now it's sad facts with Allie. Okay. So sad fact, 91% of people who are no longer friends with someone they once called their best friend. 91%
Did you
of people.
do this intentionally? You trying to hurt me? You're trying to bring back trauma? What the fuck, dude? At least run the sheet by me before this. I'm going to cry. You're going to make me cry?
My best friend is, as we all know, is my baby boys, Hobo and Hattrick. Best friends, always will be. So I'm good. So I'm part of that 9%. Louis, how many friends have you lost this year?
I'll tell the story. I don't give a shit. And I don't give a shit. I had a best friend break man code. I think you guys know the personal story, but I had a best friend call an ex and tell her that I might have been, I was just hanging out with somebody, had he made all assumptions, didn't even come and talk to me, ask me, totally broke bro code, and haven't talked to him in 4 years. So yeah, I feel like a lot of us grow. That situation aside, to not make it even sadder than you're making it, we all get to a certain age, right? We get to a certain age and we grow away from people, and I think that's totally normal. I don't think his and I relationship was going good right before that. So I think just sometimes you just grow away, and you live a life where you only have 2 friends in your 40s, and you're totally okay with it. You're fine. You're fine. Everything's good. Everything's totally okay.
Everything's fine. Ryan looks like he probably gets invited to birthday parties and weddings still. So
the birthday parties I'm getting invited to are for toddlers. So yes, I'm not getting invited to any adult birthday parties anymore.
Perfect. Which means Ryan and I are part of the 9%.
Well,
all right. So sorry, Lou. We're still your buddies. So we're now going to talk about some football. So happy football, everyone. So we're going to go into best ball. We're going to do our favorite players. We're going to do different rounds throughout the next couple of weeks. So last week we did our favorite players 1 through 10. Now we're going to draft them 11 through 20. Again, underdog, late round targets. Okay, so let's go with your 11th pick.
I would love, speaking of that, just like while we're doing this, like if we just like kept going on, like imagine if there were like 30 round drafts or like 40 round drafts, or like picking players at like ADPs of like 290 and above. I would love it. I would love it. Anyways, I'm a sicko. And my first pick in round 11 is a guy who's, I think, kind of steaming up now. I don't know how much longer you're going to get him in the 11th. Josh Downs. Wide receiver. He's one of the last like wide receivers that I'm truly interested in, that's got like a solid role, I would say, next year. And then my second pick for the 11th round would be Kenyon Sadiq. What, I can't do 2? It's just 1?
Yeah, it's just 1. Just do 1.
I'm doing 2. I did 2 last week.
Segment in 5 minutes. My 11th round is going to be Jaden Higgins. I'm real big on him in that Houston offense. I'm a little bit down on Nico. We don't know what we're going to get out of Tank Dell. I think Higgins is a really good player, and I've been picking him a lot there in the 11s, so I like
that. Next round.
Yeah. Okay. I was like, actually,
12.
Right. I am going to kind of blow through this really quick. I'm going to go through mine so you could go through yours, and then we could just kind of blow through this because we're kind of back on time.
Do you want to go back and forth? So for the 12th, Louis, who do you have?
I got Jalen McMillan for my 12th round pick. I think I think that Tampa offense is going to be great, and I think he has a chance to get better with Evans out there.
Ryan, your 12th?
Cam Ward, buying the Titans offense this year. I think it's going to be much improved, and I love the addition of Dayball. So buy the Titans now with it. They're cheap.
Absolutely love that. For my 13, Mendoza's still going too cheap for me, right? I don't know if we could maybe talk about that another day, so we're not killing time here. But I think Mendoza is going too cheap, where these rookie quarterbacks sometimes have this high ceiling. I'm not ecstatic with the player, but I just think that's too cheap to not take the ceiling there.
I'm fine mixing that bet in with Ward. He kind of reminds me of, so it's a similar bet.
Yep.
My pick is Hunter. He's my most exposed player right now. I know, Louis, you're maybe kind of against this at this point. I think in best ball, he's especially attractive because you don't have to worry about the start-sit decisions that might be tougher in a redraft setting. So Travis Hunter is a steal at 152 ADP right now, in my opinion.
You've got me on him a little bit. I've been mixing them in. My 14th, Chig Okonkwo. I just love that spot for him in Washington. I mean, they've always used their tight ends. They don't really have any wide receivers. I think he's a good player. I don't understand after that signing how he's kind of just settled in there. I think he should be higher.
And for the record, that was Chig Okonkwo was my nickname in high school. All right. And
that's a good one, Louis. And an even better joke, Allie. I will say for my 14th, you know what? Screw it. I'm giving you two. I don't care. I'm going Chris Rodriguez and Keaton Mitchell, a pair of running backs, because I think both are going to outproduce their ADP. So give me one of those two guys.
I like them both. Sorry, I'm like waiting for Allie to guide me. Where are we at 15, Allie? Dylan Sampson. I really highly into him last year. I'm right back on that train this year. He's only got a guy coming off an injury in front of him. He did well when Judkins wasn't in the lineup last year. I don't really understand the ADP, so I'm just going to keep hitting him.
Yeah, I think as long as he avoids the draft without a second or third round pick, he's going to do really well. My pick is AD Mitchell. You might have been the one that got me onto him. He's 174.2. It was his ADP when I ran this last week. So I still think a pretty good value especially with Geno coming in. Garrett Wilson's ADP has risen, but nobody else's has. So I think he should be a riser.
16.
Christian Kirk, I'm up to like 70% on him. I was taking him every time in the 20th round until the signing. I tried to beat his rise to the signing, so I was taking him into the 15th right after the signing. He seems to be settling into like the 16th. I wouldn't take him probably over the 15th just because of how much I have him in these later rounds, but as long as he stays 15 or back, I might just keep hitting it.
Louis has always been a fan of C. Kirk. I'm gonna go with Njoku. Actually, I still think he's gonna sign somewhere, and I feel like the moment he signs somewhere, Louis, you're shaking your head. I still think there's openings out there. I know it hasn't happened. It's odd that it hasn't, but I feel like he's going to go up 4 rounds when that happens.
But let's take just a second here if we can't, because what are those spots? Because in my head, it's only Carolina or Miami. Miami would be great. Miami would be great. What's that? What are you saying?
The Rams.
Zero chance. They just brought back Higbee. They love Ferguson. Zero chance. I don't think. I'm not trying to like just shit, but I just don't see it. They re-signed Higbee. They were real big on Ferguson. They still have Parkinson. Like, I don't see that happening. There's just not spots anymore for him.
What if Ingram's a cap casualty?
Possibly.
That would make a ton of sense.
That could happen, but I don't know. I don't even know if they could get out of Ingram's contract, and if they didn't, I don't know if they wouldn't have already. Listen, I've been drafting Njoku all offseason with that same sentiment, but like now I'm like, where are the spots? Because Carolina's probably taken Sadiq, and I just don't know. I would be fine if Miami took Stowers and then signed Njoku. I would still think Njoku would be the guy to own because I think Stowers might need a year. But that's really the only
Njoku. I mean, Miami makes so much sense for Njoku.
It does.
He was in Miami. He was there a coach.
Miami U. Yeah, that would be great. That's the spot. So if you're making that pick like you are, that's what you're hoping for, I think.
Maybe.
Sorry.
All right. You want to go Sweet 16?
That was 16. I'm gonna go
Josh Allen 17.
Yeah. And Rye, I'm just gonna kind of do like 17 through 20. I'm gonna just do a few guys here real quick so we can run through. But guys here in this round or in this range, I like Freiermuth a lot. I think his value is gonna go up a lot. Gunnar Helms, another tight end, I like a lot. Ray Davis is just kind of settling into that spot. The Bills are not going to draft another guy. So if Cook goes down, Davis is definitely the dude. I don't really understand why he's the least owned or the lowest owned handcuff when he's a clear cut handcuff to one of the best running games in the league. So I keep on clicking on him. And then I think Allie Gordon has some really good value because Achane might get traded and it's sometime in the season. And if he doesn't, he's still, he ate up touchdowns last year and maybe Achane doesn't fit in this offense or whatever. I mean, it's just another clear cut backup that might get a good opportunity.
Some good names there, some similar ones. I also like Gunnar Helm. He was a match, and I also like Allie Gordon. But for different ones, I'll go 17. I'll say Nick Singleton. I think of the running backs, he's like the only other one besides Love that I have some interest in, given that he's free and he had a good profile in college. Chris Brazzell in the 18th round is a steal, I think. I mean, I think he's going to be a round 1 or 2 receiver. So why not take a shot on him here? Shedeur Sanders in the 19th round is my pick. I honestly, I know we've talked about this before. I still believe he's going to be the starting quarterback for the Browns this year for most of the games. And he's going to be given a shot with what I think is a good offensive coach with Todd Monken. And then finally in 20th round, I'm going to say Ted Hurst. He's, just somebody that when you watch him, he kind of looks like he's unique. He's got a really good hands. He had a good Senior Bowl. So I like Hurst in the last round. All
right. Great picks. I'm very interested on the Shedeur pick because I just don't know where he's gonna I don't know. I still don't know. He's the one that's up in the air for me. But any response to that, or should we keep going?
No, you want to know the shitty thing about that is I agree with you, but you know what that means is that Deshaun Watson's going to be starting there. Yeah. I truly think Deshaun Watson's going to be the starter there. It's gross as a human being. It's gross as what he is as an NFL player. It's gross in so many ways, but he might even be more endearing than Shedeur Sanders somehow. I don't even know if that's possible. But somehow,
oh my gosh, no.
I don't hate Shedeur. I really don't. I don't hate Shedeur. I think he's gotten a bad rap because of who his dad is, and
or last season.
And I don't hate the player, but I think we're going to see Deshaun Watson. That kind of really sucks.
Ryan, how much do you owe him? Do you owe
how
him
much of Shedeur?
Yeah, 0.
I have a decent exposure to him so far. I can check that. What I think is forgotten about Shedeur, he had like a 42-point game in the towards the middle or the later part of the season when he finally started getting starts. Like, I know that's maybe fluky. It wasn't against the Raiders or something like that, but I don't know, a 40-point game is a 40-point game in your rookie season. So I have currently, he's my second most owned quarterback, 30% of him right now. So just given the fact that he's free. So in 3 quarterback builds, if I haven't already gotten a third good starter, I'm ripping him in the last round because it's, I think, a decent bet.
All right. I dig. All right, everyone, we are now going to talk about the best rookie wide receiver and where they're going to land. So this is that fun scattegories game we're going to play, right, Lou?
Well, we're going to start with just the best landing spots really quick, and then we're going to play the scattegories with them. But we're going to go. We're going to do it really quick. So I'm going to do my 5, and then you do your 5, and then we'll go into the categories for those 5 guys. My 5 spots, I bet you they're very similar to yours. We'll see, but I don't have them in any particular order. I think these are probably right though. Washington, Buffalo, Miami, Baltimore, New York Giants. Where are you feeling?
No, I got a lot different ones than you. My 5th is Titans. I love the Tennessee opening. I'm just buying that whole offense. 4th, I had Commanders. 3rd, Bills. Yes. 2nd was Saints. I want to get the wide receiver 2 in the Saints offense, and then number 1 I had is the Chargers because what I think is McDaniel's going to come in there and he's going to want something in particular, and I don't believe in Quentin Johnson. I don't believe in Trey Harris. So you have Ladd McConkey and question marks there. I wouldn't be surprised if they go to get one of these guys like Mekhi Lemon. So if that's the case, you got to be super excited about something like that.
For sure.
Yeah. Definitely.
And just one other quick thing. In Miami, how did their offense work? It was because they had 2 guys on the outside that could both draw coverage, right? It was Waddle and Hill. I mean, right now, I don't think they have a second guy. You know, he vacated all the targets with Keenan Allen leaving. So, I mean, I don't know. I really, I think it's a good spot, a sneaky good spot.
As a Mike McDaniel apologist, I think that the success of the Miami Dolphins was Mike McDaniel. So that's my okay. All right. Okay. Let's see. All right. Now we are going to play the fun game of scattegories. This everyone giddy up because it's going to get raucous. So what we're going to do is I'm going to name a player, and then with this very very classy Microsoft Office wheel spin for a YouTube watcher. It's very high tech. It's going to pick categories. So anything from, it looks like movies, which is a very large font, to ice cream flavors and more fun things. So we're going to spin it. So my first one up, do we want to go Louis, Ryan? You want to do it that way or?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. So my first one up is going to be, should we do Carnell Tate?
Okay, that's Ryan, I believe.
Ryan, do you feel more good about? Okay, so you know what? Let's switch up, Ryan, because you were on last week and you did the homework. I'm going to give
Lou's
you.
Been going first this whole time today. Please let me go first here.
Yeah,
please. Fine. I know, Ryan. I know, buddy. So let's go, Ryan. We're going to do that, and then Louis, if you could please spin this very classy wheel.
That's such a cool wheel.
It's so. I feel like we're getting viruses on our computer. All right, it's Kate and things that are sticky. Ryan, what do you got?
Things that are sticky. Okay. Well,
Louis hair gel.
I don't wear hair gel, by the way.
What?
It's all natural.
I'm gonna say that Carnell Tate is that stickum stuff that they put on the receiver's hands in the movies to make him catch footballs, because he has really good hands. I think if there's anything that you can't really dock about Carnell Tate's game is that he's a very reliable target. And I think that's what makes him maybe like the non-sexy pick, but I think he's going to be a really good wide receiver too in the NFL for quite a long time. So yeah, I think that's what he is. He's got good hands.
All right, sticky boy.
Sticky boy. That's weird, but
yeah, you're the one making up things that are sticky. All right,
hey,
next.
They're just categories.
We're gonna go another lovely name, Makai Lemon, Lou.
Oh. No,
that's to Ryan as well.
Yeah, go ahead. Fine.
Okay, and then listeners, I have a list, and I'm just trying to go back and forth, and I feel the smirk on Ryan's face looks like he's more excited. So if you just want to give me a player, all right. So let's get.
Oh man.
Sex acts and Makai Lemon.
I was ready for. I had all the sex acts ready. I was ready for some sex acts.
If you guys want to know about bitter and sex acts, let's go. All right.
All right. So Makai Lemon as a sex act. He's kind of like so he's known as just like a kind of like a yak monster, right? Like a yard after catch guy. So I'm gonna say he is. Can I go with a position? Is that fine? Can I do that?
Yeah, please.
All right. So we'll go with so statistically speaking, the most dangerous position causes most injuries is the reverse cowgirl. So he plays kind of like a risky game, right? So he takes a lot of risks out there. So I'm gonna say he is the reverse cowgirl of sex moves. No
so
other explanation needed.
It's risky, is what you said?
Yes.
Yeah,
because it causes a lot of fractures. We'll say.
Okay, so I'm gonna now just add on to that. I'm in on a weird podcast kind of thing, and there was a divorce attorney and a porn star director, and they were on the same podcast. Very interesting. But the director said that the best sex position to film is the reverse cowgirl, but the least desirable position in real life because like it's not. It's like it's good for the camera, but in real life, you're like, I don't want to see that. I want to, right? It's
yeah,
not like
you don't get to see someone's face.
Cool on camera, not cool. Anyway.
No, I'm 100% agreeing.
It was very interesting.
I don't know if that's the one that I would say that I would easily hurt myself in. I think there's about 30 others, but I haven't read the Kama Sutra anytime recently. But
I did the research. All right, it's true.
Yeah,
I'm
sure you did.
Most dangerous.
The pillow princess for men spot that
I can't even help myself without pulling a muscle sometimes. So I mean, I get it.
Lou thinks it's gross when women wear perfume. So yeah.
So I haven't had a lot of reverse cowgirl going on.
Yeah. So we're gonna take another spin, Louis. I'm gonna give you a very interesting one. I'm gonna give you. Let's give you a little. Should I do Cooper Jr.?
Okay.
I'm gonna give you Omar Cooper Jr. and things that start
with L. I think the best thing is things that start with L for Omar Cooper Jr. I think Lust is probably the best one to go here. And when I say that is like, there's a lot of sexy about Omar Cooper Jr., especially in the combine after he blew up and ran at the fast 40. Almost every time this happens in the combine where somebody blows up, has a great 40 time, and then they just kind of they most of the time they flail out. I'm holding some trepidation for Omar Cooper Jr. I think the right spot might get me a little bit more excited, but I don't love the player outside of the speed. So lust, not love, I think is the best L word to explain Omar Cooper Jr.
All right. In Omar's defense, he's one of the few college football players that did not wear a crop top jersey. So I am pro. I'm very anti crop top jersey. But all right, that's good. And then I'm going to, you know what, Louis, I'm going to give you another one because we did a back-to-back with Ryan. I'm going to give you...
back to back and then reverse cowgirl. So it's kind of the same.
Yes. So you're going to hate this. You're gonna hate it, everyone. I'm gonna give you Casey Concepcion.
You said it so good. That's how I say it every time. Casey Concepcion.
Yeah.
Movies.
God's very happy.
All right. I think a good movie for Casey Concepcion is Pulp Fiction. It's all over the place, right? It's different directions all the time. It's a cult following. I'm not sure if I like it. I watch it. It's one of those things like people tell you have to watch it. And this explains him perfectly. People are like, I mean, everybody, the analytics guys love this dude and they tell you have to watch it. And then I watch it and I go, it was all right. And that's kind of how I feel about Pulp Fiction. I've never, I haven't gotten that. I haven't gotten the Concepcion love. I think he could be really, really productive in the right offense. I think he's going to be a Shakir type, but I don't see like a ceiling with him. So, Pulp Fiction.
All right. That's kind of how I feel about Puka. So, no. But wow, I'm really surprised you don't love Pulp Fiction. It's a great movie. But all right. Very, very interesting. So now we're going to go back to Ryan. Ryan, I'm going to give you the great Jordan Tyson. Spin that wheel, Lou. Hopefully it's pizza toppings.
I know.
Oh, it's not. It is
so easy. Oh. All right. Well, I can't go with Tyson chicken tenders right now.
Which would have been fine. That would have been good.
I know. All right. Yeah. chicken and waffles ice cream or something. I will say, for Jordan Tyson, I think he's like more underrated than anything. When you have this like tier of the receivers, and they're all kind of talked about in the top 3, but he's got the cheapest price right now, and so I've taken a good amount of him. So I think he's like an underrated ice cream flavor. What's an underrated ice cream flavor? Like black raspberry? Is that good? Like, I think it's really good. It's always consistent, but you're never like, that's not going to make anyone's top 3. Well, he's in the top 3, but you get it. You get the point. He's not like, conventional wisdom, but I think were it not for the injuries, I think people would be really excited about him, because I think as far as the tape goes, from what I'm hearing, like he's got that in spades.
He's my favorite because I think he's fallen into like the third of those 3. And so we've talked about this before, but I just love taking the value of that because I do think they're kind of on a similar tier. I totally disagree about your black raspberry take, but I also am, no pun intended, very vanilla when it comes to ice cream.
You don't like black raspberry ice cream?
No, dude, because I'm not. What are we doing with all the ice cream flavors?
When's the last time you had it?
I will never have it because I don't need anything. Give me some vanilla, give me a little bit of chocolate in there, and that's
what I want to hear.
Ice cream is
tells you he doesn't like something he hasn't had.
No, but it's just I don't get all the ice cream flavors. You're doing deer tracks or moose or whatever the hell the tracks are, and the sherbets and the peanut butter. Just give me some vanilla ice cream with some chocolate sauce, and I'm good. But yeah, I do have IBS, and that's true. I don't IBS crushes a good ice cream.
That is not only offensive that you don't care about exploring the excitement that is ice cream, but whatever. But
it's just also horrible. I don't ever want to go, like, I never want to hear what your ice cream of the month is. It's going to be horrible. And you want to know why you only are doing it for a month? Because it sucks. And you're going to get a lot of people to try it for just plain. Give me some rainbow sprinkles and on a cone. Nostalgia, bro.
Audio listeners, this is coming from a man wearing an all gray jumpsuit.
All right. It's not a jumpsuit. It's a sweatsuit. All right.
Even more.
Clear it out. Clear it up. Don't be spreading lies on the internet with people that can't see me.
Sweatsuit. All right. And once again, thinks perfume on women is gross. Okay, so Ryan likes flavor and also the smell of cherry on women. So again,
Ryan likes flavor and also the scent of a woman.
Yes. Yes. Also great movie, which Louis probably hates.
All right.
Or never saw. Okay. By the way, Buffalo Sabres up 3-2. Okay.
Oh, awesome.
So now I'm going. Do you want the last one?
Yes.
All
give me the last one.
The final category is pizza toppings. And Louis, would you please tell us who Denzel Boston would be for you?
Oh, this one I'm glad I got because I got a good one for Denzel Boston. He is 100% pineapple. This dude.
Oh, I love pineapple on pizza.
See, exactly. Anytime someone tells me they like pineapple on a pizza, I immediately now I get it. Now I get why we're on different sides of the whole scent thing. I don't want to agree with you on anything in life. You have just totally. I have totally lost my respect for any opinion you've ever had. Pineapple on a pizza is gross. Denzel Boston is not going to be good. You know who Denzel Boston? Everybody tried to convince me of another Denzel Boston a couple years ago. You know what his name was? Keon Coleman. And he sucks too. So now we got Keon Coleman Jr. And you're talking about pineapple being good. Pineapple sucks. Denzel Boston sucks. Avoid him.
Just to, because I'm sure Ryan's going to agree with me because he's a good boy. 6'4" rock star. There's going to be something going on there. Also, there are people, and listener, I know you're probably like, shut up, I don't care. But this is my thing. Again, I don't care. Like Louis thinks reverse cowgirl is cool.
I didn't say it was cool. I said that sounded good. That wasn't good either.
I'm joking. But I think that when people like overreact about pineapple, I like lean in harder. I'm like, you think sweet and salty is gross? Like these are the same people that are like, I need bacon and everything, bacon and peanut butter, bacon and chocolate. Not Louis, but I'm saying there are like people that like want dead animal in like every product, but a fucking fruit. They're like, that no go, that's stupid. I can't have
that is our difference. You don't
pizza, get with it. Then don't tell me I'm gonna go to Hawaii and want to wear a leg.
Sorry.
I love pina coladas. It's so frustrating because literally a Hawaiian pizza, which is on a menu, which is even more disturbing. It's maraschino cherries, pineapple, ham. That sounds repulsive, but take away the gross stuff, add just pineapple. People, by the way, cold pineapple with cheese pizza, delicious.
All right.
People freak out over that. That to me is like, what a pad.
Give me 1 second to respond before we go in our last segment here. But
we're going to commercial break right now. Everyone,
no, there's a few things. There's a few things. One, I agree with you. I think, and I know that you're a vegetarian, you don't like a lot of meat, so like that, I get that. I'm very, again, how I am with ice cream, very plain with my pizza. I don't even like to get into sausages and all the other stuff. So I kind of agree with you in that sense. I really like pineapple.
Okay.
As a fruit. And here's another thing.
Okay.
I've never had pineapple on a pizza. quite honestly, I've never tried it. So I do have a very strong opinion for something that I've never tried, but I'm sure it sucks.
No, I'm going to say go cold because warm fruit can be weird. So go a cold sliced pizza, which is delicious. So whatever.
I'm gonna try. You know why I never have tried it? I know we got to move on, but you want to know because I never want to. Especially now, pizza's like $72. But I don't want to. I don't want to try it on a full pizza, and you can't just go somewhere and get a pineapple slice. So I gotta like show up to someone. Next time you order a pineapple pizza, invite me over. I'll come over, have a slice, and we're good. And I'll let you know truly if I like it.
We will have a perfume party. Ryan and I smell so good. My best friends, Hobo and Hattrick. My dogs will be there. Sorry, Louie, you won't have any friends over. Ryan, you'll bring everyone from kindergarten because you probably still have a healthy relationship with them all. And then we will have pineapple pizza. That's what we'll do.
As long as there's still reverse cowgirl going on, I'm fine. I'm there. I'm at the party.
We're going to do this last round very quickly. Thank you for all listening. Again, this is Analytics for the Nerds. We are going to do, I'm going to give you, it's wide receiver round bracket. I'm going to give you 2 players you're going to pick. So it's like a NCAA style, first versus 16th, second versus 15th, etc. I'm going to do it quick. You're going to pick because we've got 3 minutes. Okay, we're good. Well, let's go. Let's go. Ryan, then Louie. You're going to tell me who you like. Okay, round 1. Randy Moss versus Torrey Holt. Who is your wide receiver pick in that round?
1 versus 16, easy choice here. Randy Moss blows him out of the water.
Yeah, gotta agree. Gotta move on. There's no
Calvin Johnson versus Larry Fitzgerald.
Well, this is good. Larry Fitzgerald longevity, but I mean Calvin Johnson was the flash in the pan that I'd rather have that. So I'm gonna pick Megatron.
Ooh.
Yeah, I think this was the first one that you could have maybe started talking about an upset here because of the longevity in Fitzgerald, and Calvin Johnson had such a short career, but he was so dominant in those years that he's got to go on to the next round.
All right, I have a strong pick on this, but it's very interesting. Jerry Rice versus number 14 Tyreek Hill.
Oh, I mean, not even close, in my opinion. It's just not. If it's I'm sorry, it's Jerry Rice. It's Jerry Rice. I'm sorry, it's Jerry Rice.
When you do break down points per game, Tyreek Hill is way higher.
Yeah.
I don't like the human being, so I'm going to pick Rice here, but I think there's definitely a case for a 14-3 upset here.
Very interesting. I agree. But Jerry Rice, as he athleticism was just a beast. Okay. Another interesting pick. So number 4, Jamar Chase versus the 13, Cooper Kupp. Who do you got, Ryan?
Cooper Kupp was a fake good receiver. He was a system receiver, in my opinion. He had one good year. I am one of the biggest Cooper Kupp haters out there, so it's Jamar Chase for me.
I think Kupp, the Cup upset deserves a little bit of the argument would be he does have the best fantasy season of all time for a wide receiver. So I think that would be the argument. I very much agree with you that it's all system and that he is nowhere near the wide receiver Jamar Chase is. And that's not what we're talking about here. We are doing a bracket when it comes to fantasy, but I will still go Chase here because I think when all said and done, he will be the better fantasy wide receiver.
Now for picking how people should be better humans. Number 5, Antonio Brown. Woo. And number 12, Davante Adams. Who do you got, Ryan?
Yeah, this is, I think, a tough one. This is pretty close in my opinion. But I'm going to go Antonio Brown just because of what he was at his peak. And I mean, yeah, character concerns, all that. Davante Adams, I mean, he is very close in my opinion to taking this. But I just think when you look at who at their best was better, I think Antonio Brown was the best receiver in football. I don't think Davante Adams has ever been the number 1 receiver in football.
A follow-up question, Ryan, who do you want to represent in court, Antonio Brown or Davante Adams?
Yeah, I'll take Davante on that one. If that was a question, I can revise my answer.
Louis, who do you prefer in football? Antonio Brown.
Actually, I want Afro Man as a client. After
Where was he during everything and nothing? I am gonna go the first upset here, and I think it's a little bit to do with Antonio Brown's longevity. I think Adams has shown that he can do it with three different quarterbacks. Don't love either of them, but it's fun to have a little 12-5 upset, and those are the most common. I'll go Davante Adams here.
I love that pick. Now I worked on this man's television show, and then I didn't work for this guy at all. Number 6, Marvin Harrison. And number 11, Terrell Owens. Yes, I do have stories. Who do you have, Ryan?
T.O., baby. I mean, Marvin Harrison, speaking of system, wide receivers, is he half the receiver he is considered to be without Peyton? And I get it. You can't really remove that. It's not fair to him. It's not fair. And you could do that exercise with anybody. But I just think when you compare these two players, I mean, I want T.O. on my team before I'm taking Marvin Harrison. I'm sorry. I mean, and then he's got a son who's not as good as the dad. That docks him a little bit too. T.O.'s son is not out there disappointing us. And,
yes. 100%. His son sucking is exactly the reason why I'm going T.O. here too. Your son sucks. You should have done better as a father and got him out in the field more often. You should have let Peyton work with him a little bit. Your son sucks and he's costing me money. T.O. for me.
Ooh, and then speaking of sons, when I worked on the T.O. show, I was in his house filming. It was after a game, and on his refrigerator, his house was empty, just had like workout equipment, and there was just like kid art on the fridge. I was like, "Miss you, Daddy! I can't wait to meet you." And I was like, "Oh no!" So one day, buddy, but I was like, he was so nice, though. He was so nice.
The kid was 22.
Yeah, his glasses were backwards. You're so cute.
That's great.
All right, so let's move on to round 7. We have Julio Jones. This is very interesting. Versus number 10, CeeDee Lamb. Ryan, who do you have?
Julio by a landslide in this one. CeeDee is just not. He's good, but he's not Julio Jones good. And he was one of the most dominant players at the position for like a good five-year run. So yeah, it's Julio for me easily.
Okay.
Totally agree. I'll keep that short. I just think, I think Julio was so dominant when he was great. Injuries derailed his career, but he probably should be maybe even the top 3 here.
Okay. And because he's drafted in everyone's league. Number 8, Mike. 9, Justin Jefferson. Who are you picking, Ryan?
I was hoping, just as an aside, that we could get Ocho Cinco in here. Like, that would have been fun to discuss him. But if this is the one we're doing, I'm going to say, I'm going to say Mike Evans. It's tough. As crazy as it is, like, even though I do think that Jefferson, may end up being better at the position at the end of the day. Evans showed to be kind of quarterback proof for his entire career and, having all those 1,000-yard seasons. So I feel like he has earned the respect and earned my respect. So I'm going to say Mike Evans in an upset here.
I'm going Evans too. I think Jefferson could one day win this for me. I think today, I think it has to be Evans. One of the most consistent wide receivers of all time. And you could have had him on your fantasy team and just chalked up the points,
All right. That was very interesting. I would have picked Justin Jefferson, but I just to be a little different. But that was a great little draft. I can't wait to see who moves forward the next round. Guys, this was great. We're going to talk about, was it Afro Man next week? And we have more exciting drafts next week as well. But thank you for listening to Analytics Are for the Nerds. Thank you, everyone, for listening. We will be back next week. And until then, have a great week.